Hey everybody, I'm Jake Heavy Metal, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about odd and obvious titles, as in like anything in the world basically that I can think of or think up that has an obvious type of name to it. Um, let's see. To give you an example, we'll start off saying, oh, and before we start this video, um, please help support my channel by liking and subscribing. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Um, First one is can opener. Can opener. Because it opens your cans. um, the can opener was, some of them was made back in 1772, but it wasn't technically patented, from what I understand, until 1855. So they were making cans. I think the first can openers were made for like the war, back and forth, I believe. I think that's what I was reading. I was doing some research on it. Um, yeah, can opener. Can opener. Because it's built to open your cans. Ain't that an obvious one for you? Let's see. We we have DVD. Now this one might not necessarily be, this one may not necessarily be an obvious title, but it's an odd one. That's why I put it in here. DVD, I always really wondered about it. I made my own thoughts on it, and I got down here digital video data. I think, I'm not for sure, but I think the company who made it, there was two of them that were joined at some point. They were separate, but they had a stake in it. And one of them got mad at the other one because one of them wanted to call it, I think, digital versatile data or something. And another one wanted to be called digital versatile. I can't remember the last one, but it had a D in it. I know that. But they're basically the same initials, DVD. But I call it digital video data myself. But it's a pretty odd one. Digital DVDs were invented in 1995. Let's see. And then you have newspaper. Newspaper. As in, it's a paper with news on it. Or news written on it. Printed on it, actually. Um, newspapers. Man, I was actually in the newspaper business for, well, quite a few years, actually. It's not bad. Um, Newspaper. Man. Let's see. Newspaper was invented 1447 by Johann Gutenberg. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Johann Gutenberg back in 1447. Here's another one for you. An obvious one. Well, sort of, kind of. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Paper that goes in your toilet. Well, oh yeah, yeah. Paper that goes in your toilet. I'm sure it does at some point. Say paper towels, but that's for another video. Toilet paper. It's paper that goes in your toilet, or around your toilet. Around your toilet. So even if we say we're going, there's some people that say they're going to the toilet, but really they're going to wash their hands or wash their face, something like that. So evidently, when they say toilet paper, I guess they could say, well, it's meant. I mean, we don't really know what it is, but it's meant to be around the surrounding area of your toilet in your bathroom. You know, I don't know why they don't just call it bathroom. Actually, I think they do. They call it bathroom tissue or something like that. There's quite a few names for it. Toilet paper was invented in 1857 by Joseph C. Gayeti. Joseph C. Gayeti. 1857. Okay. Trying to mark these down as I go so I can I'll know what I'm doing here. It's very easy for me to slip off track. Okay. Motorcycle. Motorcycle. Now, I mean, these are just obvious names. Some of them are a little odd. That's why the video is odd and obvious. Okay. Motorcycle. As in a motor that is built on or in a cycle. Some people even have both, a bicycle with a motor on it, so it's still pretty much a motorcycle. Motorcycles were invented in 1867 by Sylvester H. Roper. Sylvester H. Roper, 1867. Now, the weird thing about this here is I don't know why, because I don't think it would have took, I was thinking that, like with Harley Davidson and all, I kept thinking, well, maybe that was the first person, you know, but then I thought, well, I don't think it could be, because I don't think they invented it like way back. I think that's something that happened maybe 100 years after that, you know, like maybe in the 1900s somewhere. Because I think there's two people that were involved in the motor Harley motor Harley Davidson. I think there was two guys, and I think both of their last name was one of them was Harley. His last name was Harley, and I think I have to do some research on that later on. Hopefully, in the next video, I can catch up on that. But I think one of the guys who got that running, his last name was Harley, and the other guy who was also had it up and running, his last name was Davidson, and they just put the two together and Harley Davidson. I think that's how it worked, but I'm not for sure. Don't quote me. And all the information that I'm giving you down, the names and dates, that all basically comes off the internet. So don't quote me on none of it. I'm hoping I'm giving you the right information. Let's see. Yeah, motorcycle. Yeah, I almost got that stuff mixed up. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's another one for you. Duct tape. Duct tape. Now the thing with this here is, this is an odd one, because a lot of people call it duct tape, as in the actual animal duct tape for some reason, D-U-C-K. A lot of people call it that, and then some people call it duct with a T, duct tape, D-U-C-T, for some reason. I don't necessarily know which one's which. I think they're both all the same. I think they just, at one point, a lot of people were calling it duct, and a lot of people were calling it duck, and they just thought, what the heck's the difference, you know? Just write it down. So they did, and I think that's just how it came to be, you know? I was doing a little bit of research on it, and I think the first time it was duct, because they were using it in the Army to wrap stuff to keep moisture out of it. They realized there was actually two different kinds. There was one, had a wrap. I can't remember exactly, but it had a wrap with it. And they used to take this wrap and they used to wrap this tape around it. And it actually kept moisture off of it. But after they did a new formula and put something extra with it, it became a lot better, and they were able to keep moisture off of their whatever they were using it on back in the military, and then it became a actual brand. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. PlayStation, as in a station where you play. Uh, I played a lot of it. PlayStation. Of course, I played the PlayStation 2, and now I'm playing the PlayStation 3. So it's pretty decent. Um, I love those kinds of games. Yeah, PlayStation. It was invented in 1994. Yeah, feels like. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like far away, and then sometimes it feels like just yesterday. Because I mean, I've been playing games for years, and you know, but yeah. Hairspray. Hairspray. It's spray that goes in your hair, actually to stiffen up your hair so you look pretty. Hairspray. I don't think you can get more obvious than that. Um, motor oil. Motor oil. Yeah, it's oil for your motor. I don't know, that sounds dirty for some reason. It's oil for your motor. Gotta keep gotta keep them pistons greased, boy. That's right. Grease the bearings. Keep the bearings greased at all times. Oil them bearings. Oil them up. Flag, flagpole. Flagpole. Isn't that an obvious one? A pole. A pole to fly your flag. Some of these sounds dirty. No. A pole to fly your flag. A flagpole. Yeah. And I'm not making fun of none of these names. This is something that I, years ago, I used to say names, not necessarily out loud, but I used to say them really like slowly and think about the word, and that's how I figured they were just so extremely obvious. Some of them are so extremely obvious. Some of them don't even have nothing to do with the product itself, like duct tape. I mean, we all know what tape is, but what the heck is duct or duck for that matter? I mean, is somebody gonna throw it at you? Do you have to duck to miss it? I mean, I don't get it. But hey, I've used it. It works great. I highly recommend it. Hey, you know if the military uses it, it's got to be good. Fish, fishing pole. Fishing pole. I'm gonna cast my fishing pole out, and I'm gonna bag me a good one. Yeah, fishing pole. A pole for you to fish with. Fishing pole. Yeah. I mean, they do have cane poles. They do have cane. Cane, is it cane or cane? I'd have to research that. Cane or cane, either one. I don't know. But there's supposed to be a cane or a cane pole that you use. You can use that too. My dad also had one of those. It was in a plastic. It looked like a flute. Really, it was like it was about like that long. something like that, and about a foot and a half long. And you can take it out of the plastic and pull it way out, and the thing was like almost 15 feet. Seriously, almost as long as a van, an actual like big van, and you could actually fish with it. It had all the little things to it, and you can pull the line out and all. So it was pretty neat actually. It was black and white, or black and red. Sorry, black and red, and it was really cool. But it looked like a flute. I always was amazed by that. It was a fishing pole that was um, black and red, and it was almost like a cane. That may be why that was the name cane pole, because it would pop out like one of those portable ones. It would pop out, and you can actually put a string on it, and put the worm on it and all that. It was like a regular fishing pole, literally. But they call them cane poles. So I don't know if that's because it came out like it did, and it kind of resembled a portable cane. I don't know, but yeah, that's what it was. So you know, obviously, but yeah, fishing pole. And then we uh, wood glue. Wood glue. Glue for wood. Glue that goes on wood. That puts wood together. Which I actually have used some of that here just recently. Had 3 or 4 days ago, I put some shelves in my room. Actually, before we stop this here was wood glue. I glued these pieces on here. That's all that's holding this up, except for like the screws here and here. But this whole thing right here is glued onto that small piece of wood right there. So trust me, you want wood glue because it glues the wood together. It keeps the wood together. And as you can see, I've put my movies up here too. I've got The Evil Dead, I've got The Walking Dead, Captain Marvel, Avengers, or Captain America: Civil War, and all the other ones. So yeah, wood glue. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Uhaul. Yeah, as like the company Uhaul, the moving company actually, but they don't move you. You move you, as in U-Haul. I'm sure a lot of you guys have used this company to move your things around. Now, actually, as I'm speaking about these obvious titles, you wouldn't believe it, but I actually missed that part. I was with a friend of mine, and we were in front of this actual U-Haul um, truck, and I was gonna help him move somebody. But the thing of it is I kept saying this word out loud, U-Haul, 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 and thinking, my God, that's so stupid of a name. I kept thinking that, and then it just snapped. It's a perfect name because you seriously haul your own stuff. Technically, you are hauling it. It would be the same thing as if like you call the place Jack's Bar or John's Bar and Grill. If it's John's Bar and Grill. If it's Jake's Bar, it's Jake's Bar. Or Harley Davidson. It's Harley Davidson. I mean, it's the perfect name for it. It's obvious, but it's the perfect name for it. So it works. just like YouTube. That'll be in the next video. And also, guys, if you have any type of odd and obvious title or name that you know of that you think is pretty funny or kind of odd, or you just keeps haunting you in your memory, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do a thing on it. I like to know because some of these are hard to think of. Doorknob. Doorknob, as in it's a knob on your door. Doorknob. It was built for your door. It's a doorknob. And air conditioner. Air conditioner, as in it conditions your air, the air you breathe in, cools it down so you can live. After a good hard day's work, you want to come in your house, turn on your air conditioner that conditions the air, and you want to sit down and enjoy yourself, watch a film. It's not that hard to ask for. But anyway, before I leave you tonight, again, help me support my channel by liking and subscribing. And like I said, if you like all these, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any type of odd or obvious type of like title or name or whatever, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it. I'll try to research it. And again, if you also want more information on these, let me know that too, because some of these are pretty interesting to know about. But anyway, I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.